Hello viewers, welcome to my channel. This is Geeta, retired manager, finance from BHEL. So today I'm going to take yet another sum from bills of exchange, the practical sum number 3. This is regarding accommodation bills. Before getting into the sum, we will discuss when a bill is dishonored, what is a noting charges and who is a notary public and who is responsible for making the payment of noting charges and why a bill has to be notified if it is dishonored. Okay, let us see one by one. Whenever a bill is dishonored, the fact of dishonor and the causes of dishonor has to be established, so that the acceptor, the person who is responsible to make payment, cannot prove that the bill was not presented to him properly. So if he is able to prove that the bill was not presented to him properly, he can escape the liability. So the fact and the reason has to be established. So whenever there is a doubt of dishonor of a bill, the bill has to be presented through a public official. That public official is known as notary public. Generally, lawyers, some of the lawyers will be notary public. They would have qualified for that, and we have to approach that notary public and give the bill to present. So he will be presenting the bill, and in case he gets the money, he will be handing over to us. In case the bill is dishonored, he will register the fact and causes of the dishonor, and for this service he will charge a small amount as fee. That fee is known as noting charges. This noting charges is paid by the person who is giving the bill at that time, but who is responsible to bear this amount is, of course, the person who is responsible for the dishonor will bear the noting charges. He has to bear. But suppose you all know that a bill is a very, very valuable instrument. It is equivalent to cash. Anyone who takes the bill to the person, if that person finds that it is his bill, he accepted that bill, he will make the payment. He will not bother that who has to come for this bill, because any bearer, the bill can be taken by any bearer. So if the bank goes, he will make the payment. Suppose if the bill is endorsed to some other person, that person takes the bill, he will make the payment. So in case he is, so when bank goes, bank has to make the noting charges also, because he has dishonored the bill. Later that noting charges is recovered from the acceptor only, acceptor of that bill only. Okay, I hope it's clear. Now let us see this case. First case, they have written Bob in the books of Don. So you have to keep it in your mind that we are going to write the journal entries in the books of Don. So you think that you are that person. So Bob informs Don that Ray's acceptance for rupees 3,000 has been dishonored and noting charges 40 rupees. See, here I have shown you in a diagram that this is Don. So he is informed by Bob. Bob is informing this fellow that Ray's acceptance, because Bob has gone with the bill to Ray and Ray has dishonored the bill, and Bob has paid to notary public noting charges 40 rupees. Okay, it shows what you should understand it immediately, that Don must have sold something to Ray and Ray has accepted a bill of exchange. So it is a bill payable for Ray, and for Don it is bills receivable. Okay, so for Don it is bills receivable from Ray. So what he did, he endorsed this bill to Bob because he has to make payment to Bob. Bob must have sold goods to Don and Don must have accepted something. So he has to make payment to Bob. So what he did, Don has endorsed this. Instead of paying the money, he gave this bills receivable received from Ray to Bob. You understand now? So now Bob has taken that endorsed bill to Ray on the due date. But Ray could not make payment, so he failed and the bill got dishonored. And Bob has paid noting charges 40 rupees. So now what this Don will tell, because now Bob has come and informed him that I have not received the payment against the bill you gave me. You have just endorsed the bill of Ray and I could not get the money. Rather, I paid 40 rupees noting charges also. Now what Don will do? Don immediately will debit Ray, because when he has received the BR, he would have credited him. Now what he will do? Immediately he will debit Ray along with noting charges. So Ray account will get debited along with noting charges and Bob account has to be credited along with noting charges. Okay, so it's clear, I hope so. So first journal entry is, you have to write Ray's account debit. Debit. The bill amount is 3000 plus noting charges 40 rupees. So now Bob's account has to be credited. ₹3,040. Then I have written the narration, Ray's acceptance, endorsed to Bob, dishonored and noting charges paid ₹40. Okay. Now next thing what happened, now Bob has to receive money because he could not receive. So Bob, what he says, you pay me ₹1,000 cash and the balance you give me in 3 months bill at interest 10%. He wants now interest also. Now what is first, you have to write what is going out. Cash is going out from you to cash account. How much you are making the payment? 1,000 rupees. Balance, how much you have to make payment? 2,040. But he asks interest also. So what happens? So you have to make payment to him to bills. He is accepting a bills payable account. For how much he is accepting? 2,040 plus interest. So let us find out the interest first. Interest rate is 10% per annum. The bill is for 3 months. Okay. So interest is 10 by 100 into the bill is for 3 months, 3 by 12. So this gets cut off 4 and this 10 goes here, 10 goes here. So this 4, 5 4s are 20 and 1 4 is 4. So 51 rupees you have to give interest also. So bills payable will become 2091. 2040 balance plus 51 interest. Now we are going to debit this Bob. Bob, we have credited Bob with 3040. So now Bob's account is to be debited because we have made payment. We means Don has made payment plus one bill he accepted for 3 months with interest. So you have to debit him with only 3040 because here you have credited him with 3040. In order to nullify that, we are going to debit it with then interest. What we are paying is a loss to the company. It is a nominal account. I am going to debit the interest account. Interest account debited with 51 rupees. So 1000 rupees I made cash and 2091 I have accepted a bill payable after 3 months. Done? Hope it's clear now. Now moving on to the next line. Don accepted. Now Ray has to make the payment. He failed. So now the Ray is accepting. Don accepts. Don't take this one. From Ray his acceptance. Ray's acceptance he is accepting. So Ray is giving a bill payable and it is bills receivable for Don. You must be very, very thorough about all these things so that you can understand it at a very faster rate. If your concept is very, very clear, you will be able to understand it faster and able to apply it at a faster rate so that your exam time you need not to get confused and don't waste the time on that. So practice makes the man perfect. So practice and practice. You'll be able to do it more accurately and more quicker. Don accepts from Ray his acceptance at 2 months plus interest at 12% per annum. So Don, we are writing everything in the Don's book. So it is a bills receivable for Don. So how much he is receiving? It's a bills receivable account. Bills receivable account debit to Ray's account. So first we will write this. Here the interest what we are going to receive is an income. Okay. So here you have to put the, because Ray's account we have debited with 3040. So you have to nullify that account with 3040. Okay. So now he is going to accept a bill for 2 months. So 3040, the bill is for 6% per annum. I have no space there, so I am writing here. And the bill is for 2 months, 2 by 12. So this you can cut off, this you can get cut off. Sorry, 12% per annum. So this will become 12, 2 will be there. 2 will be there. So that becomes, this 0 will get cut off. 2 4s are 8, 0, 6 divided by 10. That is 60 rupees 80 paise. 12% per annum. So the bills receivable interest is 60 rupees 80 paise. So the bill is received for 3100.80. Okay. So you have to do it in this way. So now let us move on. Now the bill is received from Ray. So Ray account also get, see the first entry got totally nullified. This also we have credited this fellow with 3040 because we have received a bill from him. Now moving on to the next one. James owes Don. James owes Don means Donukku James கடன் கொடுக்க வேண்டும். James owes means James கொடுக்கணும். James has to give Don 3,200. So see here, James is here. He has to make payment to Don 3,200. And இவர் என்ன பண்ணுறாரு, for making the payment he sends Don's own acceptance in favor of Ralph. இப்போ Don must have purchased something from Ralph and he has given a bill. So it is a bills payable for Don to Ralph. But it is bills receivable for Ralph. Ralph must have purchased something from James. So Ralph, what he is doing, he is endorsing the bill to James for making payment. So James is getting the bill of Don. So the same bill he is sending back to Don for making his due to Don. Clear? So now Don is receiving the bills payable back. So what he is going to do, he has to full settlement. He gave a bills payable for 3160. But now James is settling his account for 3,200. So what we are going to do, the bills payable account we are going to debit with the 3,160, and there is a discount of 40 rupees, and we have to credit James rupees 3,200. Clear? Because James is sending the acceptance of Don to Ralph. So Don, we are writing in the books of Don, he is receiving his own bills payable to Ralph. So bills payable account debit. How much he gave the bill? He gave the bill for 3,160. So we can debit only 3,160. But how much John has to make payment? 3,200. And he is giving this bill in full settlement. So he is taking a discount of 40 rupees. Discount account debit 40 rupees to James account. $3,200. Again I will explain. Here is a Ralph. Ralph has sold something to Don. So Don gave a bills payable. Bills payable to Ralph. So ரால்ஃபுக்கு வந்து அது என்ன, பில்ஸ் ரிசீவபிள். ரால்ஃபுக்கு அதில் பணம் கிடைக்கணும், டானுக்கு தான் அது லயபிலிட்டி. இப்போ இந்த பில்ஸ் ரிசீவபிள் அவருக்கு அது. இதை என்ன பண்ணுறாரு, அவர் இன்னொருத்தருக்கு ஜேம்ஸுக்கு கடன் கொடுக்கணும். ஜேம்ஸுக்கு ஃபார்வர்ட் பண்ணிட்டார், என்டார்ஸ் பண்ணிட்டார். ஜேம்ஸ் யாருக்கு அல்டிமேட்லி டானுக்கு கடன் கொடுக்கணும், அதே பில்லை இவருக்கு அவர் திருப்பிட்டார். That's it. So bills payable, his own acceptance is coming back to him. So bills payable is debited, but it is for only 3,160. But James' loan is 3,200. So he is settling it with a discount of rupees 40. Okay. Let us move on to the next one. Don meets his acceptance in favor of Singh. So what happens now? Don has to make payment to Singh. His acceptance, or already he has given a bills payable to Singh for rupees 4,500. So now he is going to make payment against this bills payable by giving the acceptance of John. Acceptance of John means மற்றவங்களுடைய acceptance வந்து டானுக்கு வந்து bills receivable. டானுடைய acceptance வந்து அவருக்கு bills payable. This you must be very very clear in whose book you are writing. Suppose you are writing in the books of Don, any acceptance given by Don is a bills payable. Any acceptance of others received by Don is a bills receivable for him. So now he has received an acceptance of John. That is bills receivable for Don. So he is endorsing that to Singh for settling his bills payable. Okay. So now we are going to write that entry. So bills payable we would have credited when we gave the bill. Now we are going to debit that bills payable because now we are going to settle that amount by endorsing that John's bill. Bills payable, I am writing in short. You have to write bills also in full form. Bills payable account debit because we have to make payment to Singh rupees 4,500. So we have accepted, we means Don has accepted a bills payable 4,500. Now he is clearing that by giving back the acceptance of John. John he is having a bills receivable that he is endorsing to Singh. Receivable account, but that John's BR is only for 4,450. So he is settling it with the discount rebate. It is and gain to Don discount account. So he is settling his loan of 4,500 by just giving 4,450 bill. So 50 rupees is profitable to him. Okay. So now this entry is also over. Now moving on to the last one. Raise acceptance in favor of Don. So first what happened? Ray has told, okay, you give me further 2 months time and the interest also you put me 12% per annum, I will make you the payment. Now that Ray is making the payment. He is making the payment before due date. So he will not pay the interest for 2 months because he is making the payment 1 month before the due date. So he will make payment for only 1 month interest. So 1 month interest he will not make payment. So now we are going to receive the amount. How much we have raised the bill for him? 3,180. Okay. So now we are going to clear that bills receivable because he is going to make the payment. So first you can write here to bills receivable account. $3,180 will get cleared because he is making payment 1 month before. Bank account debit and he is taking a rebate of 1 month. Rebate account debit. So what is that amount? 3,100.8. What is the rate? Here it is 6%. 6 by 100 and only 1 month earlier. So 1 month benefit they are getting. 1 by 12. So this is divided by 2. If you cut out this, 1550. So 1550. It will go on. 0. So if it is divided by 100, then it is 1550. So the interest is saved is 1550 for 1 month. That is not going to received by us. Okay, so 3,085, 30 paisa only he will make payment. 1550 he has taken the rebate for 1 month. So 3,180 his loan is cleared. So it's all about this sum. If you have still any doubt, please let me know in the comment box. And thank you for watching and keep learning. Please do not forget to subscribe my channel if you have not subscribed yet. because I see a lot many people are watching this video without subscribing. Please do subscribe and share with your friends and colleagues as much as possible. Thank you and keep learning.